What's going on, everybody? In today's video I want to tackle doing some of the long-awaited maintenance that's kind of been on the back burner, just the smaller things, but I'm excited to show you what it is, so let's get into it. A while ago when I was in Japan, I had bought these with the intention of putting them on the car, but in the midst of moving back home and doing stuff around here drift related, I just never really got the chance to. But since we have all this downtime and we have the rear suspension kind of exposed at the moment, I wanted to show you guys what we're going to be doing today. D1 spec traction rods for the S14. Now, I mean, when you're upgrading the rods, doing a full rod kit is usually the best way to get you adjustable suspension without spending a ton of money. So this will actually complete my full D1 D-Max arm set once I put these on. So just kind of giving you a quick little look at them. They're pretty thick as far as material wise, so I don't anticipate these bending or breaking. Now that we've taken a look at our new D-Max traction rods, let's jump in on getting them installed. Okay, so we just finished up installing the rear traction rods. I also wanted to jump into something else today, that being getting the door panels addressed. So since the next thing on the list to do as far as the cage goes is getting the door bars in order to do that and make sure that the door is still closed properly, we have to gut the doors and pull out any of the metal paneling to allow the door bars to actually slide into the door. That being said, what we're probably going to do is just cut out around the perimeter of the door, and then most likely we're going to end up removing the windows, but we'll talk about what we're going to do after that. Okay, so here's the door panel as it sits right now. We've gotten the actual panel itself off, and we are going to start doing some cutting. So what we're probably going to want to do is just follow the edge around the perimeter of the door. I want to try to cut basically right above the lip of the door. That should give us enough clearance for what we need. That being said, I will probably end up just cutting around the side perimeters and removing the window motor and stuff all in one piece on that panel, just to kind of make it easier on myself. But we'll see how it goes, and if we need to make any adjustments to the plan, we'll talk about it and go from there. Okay, so we just finished up all of our perimeter cuts. Now the next step is I'm going to start undoing all the nuts and bolts that are inside the door panel, and that should let us just pull this whole panel straight out. And then from there I'll probably see if we can get the window motor and window just to slide out the bottom. If not, then we'll separate them and see what we need to do from there. we just got the door panel removed and the window and the motor pulled out, so everything is nice and open now. We cleaned up the edges, so let's take a look at it and see what we're going to do next. Okay, so the door panel is completely gutted. Everything is pulled out and we got the sections that we needed to cut. We have the door handle still in and everything still connected so that we can still open and shut the door without too much of an issue. But everything window related is pulled out now. So it's just open. So now the door bars will be able to sit inside of here and not have any clearance issues when we go to close the door. That being said, let's talk about what we're gonna do for a window now. So we'll end up pulling off this window edge that is normally like the squeegee or guard that the window would rest up against as it comes up, and that'll expose the back edge of that panel. And from there we'll end up making some say like a reinforcement structure, essentially out of some probably round tubing or just some round bar, and that'll come up in the shape of our window, and we'll end up cutting a new window out of Lexan, or basically plexiglass, for those of you who don't know what Lexan is. And that will basically be able to just sit here inside that edge and will act as a window, and it should seal up perfectly with the door and with the door seams and seals. And the nice thing about that too is when we go to do that, we'll probably do some quick fasteners and quick Zeus nuts or something for that bottom piece, so that whenever we do want to take that window in and out, all we got to do is pop those little cam locks and it'll just all come out as one piece. And then if we need a window again, we just pop them back in and it's our full window structure, just like that. So we're fully done with the passenger side door. Our next steps will be to start tackling the driver's side one. That being said, our GoPro for our time lapses and stuff died, so we're going to let that charge, and we'll probably end up just taking a break from this for the rest of the day, and we'll jump in on that tomorrow. As for you guys though, we're just going to be cutting right to that, so I'll see you tomorrow. And we're back. Welcome to day 2 of getting the door panels gutted. We're about to jump in on doing the driver's side one, so let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this real quick before we start doing our cutting. As it sits right now, I mean, it's basically the same exact thing as we did on the other side. We're going to try to cut in the same places. The only real difference with the driver's side door is just some extra wiring for the window controls, but other than that, it's all the same. So let's get into it. Okay, so we did all our cuts and it should be ready to pop out right now. So let's give it a little bit of a yank. There we go. It's a little difficult doing this one-handed, but okay. is all off. Okay, so we just got this thing out. All we got to do now is just to pull the window out with the window motor, and then we'll go back and clean up the edges with the die grinder, and we can go from there. Okay, we just got done cleaning up all the edges and getting all the dirt and stuff out of here, so let's take a look. All of the edges are nice. I got all the burrs and stuff that were sticking out off. Everything's nice and smooth. I rounded off basically the best that I could, but most of them, I don't think there's really any sharp edges left. The thing that I was using, I'll show you guys. This is the wheel that I used. There's a red one, which is like a harder material. They make red, blue, and like a brown. I use the brown one as well. The blue one works mostly for aluminum because it's a much softer material. But yeah, if you want to use one of those guys, the red and the brown pads work great for something like this. Thank you everybody for watching this week's video. If you like what you saw, hit the like button. If you want to follow along with the build, hit the subscribe button. Also, hit the bell icon to turn on notifications to stay up to date on all the progress we make on the build. Other than that, we'll see you in the next one.